Hi, my name is Liz Hathway and this is my astrological look at the week ahead, and that's the week starting September the 2nd, 2019. Well, goodness me, the storm clouds are gathering. The perfect storm, I think, is sort of brewing. And at times like this, I always sort of wonder, especially when I look at the astrological picture for the week ahead, whose head is going to roll or whose heads are going to roll. Because the kind of frenzy that's in the air, you almost feel that there has to be a lightning conductor. Someone or something has to serve to bring the energy from that sort of frenzy back down to the earth, to ground it. So this week we are having numerous conjunctions. Conjunctions are planets that are in the same degree of the zodiac. They share the same space. So they are united and that gives them power. They forge a new bond. If we look at Monday, we have Sun in Virgo conjunct Mars in Virgo, start of a 2-year cycle here. This is a very emboldening conjunction. This gives a fighting spirit. You know, there is a power in Mars and there's power in the Sun, and it's very much about mind power, thought power, thinking things through, restructuring, breaking things down into the finest details to, forge a new alliance. It's that kind of energy on Monday. And don't forget, Mars is in Cazimi. Mars will be in the heart of the Sun there. Mars has the ear of the Sun. So this is a time behind closed doors where strategic plans can be taking place, particularly plans involving any kind of military or fighting sort of action on the part of authorities, because the Sun is the authority. I particularly think of Hong Kong, where things are very tense at the moment. Mars is always the fighting arm of the Sun, so there's always that possibility of violence there, or a new cycle of violence kicking off. We have on the next conjunction I would like to mention is on Tuesday, Mercury conjunct Mars. This is fighting talk. This is aggressive language. This is, words as weapons. Really, this is a heated argument. You can imagine what it's going to be like in the House of Commons on Tuesday. This is going to be, whoa. We've got Wednesday, Mercury in Cazimi, Mercury in the heart of the Sun in Virgo. So this is the third conjunction here every day. So there's a lot going on with these conjunctions. Mercury in Cazimi, you always wonder what talks are going on that we don't have access to. What information is being exchanged that isn't for everyone's ear. It's just for certain people right close to the heart of power. Only these people are hearing that message. So that's the 3 conjunctions, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. But that's not all. On Monday as well, we have Venus square Jupiter. Venus in fall in Virgo, square Jupiter. Jupiter whips Venus up as well. Venus is what we're passionate about. So the ideas that are out there battling it out in the collective at the moment, people are passionate about them. So Jupiter is driving Venus in a way to sort of go beyond herself, to exceed her limits. Everything about Jupiter wants to take us beyond what is respectable or acceptable or even the law. So we get into Tuesday, Moon goes into Scorpio, opposes Uranus. So and then later on we have that Mercury-Mars conjunction. So you can see the level of unpredictability, the level of, things being started off, but not really being under anyone's control. We don't know where the buck stops, where the ship will run aground. It's all kind of very up in the air. We move into Wednesday, we have Sun conjunct Mercury, Cazimi, and then Venus opposite Neptune. So Venus is a lot in the picture as well this week. Venus, incidentally, is ruler of the UK ascendant. And I'm British, and of course I can look at politics in the UK at the moment and think this is all playing out. UK has Mercury in 17-something Sagittarius. So we are right in the heart of this perfect storm. Our Parliament's right in the heart. And what does Mercury rule in the UK chart? The 9th house of trade or foreign countries and, legal precedents and legal issues. So Mercury, UK Mercury, right in the picture. Venus opposite Neptune. This could be a woman. This could be a woman who has suffered in some way or who has a story to tell. Neptune is very often leaks, leaks to the press, leaks, that the things that come out in ways that it's not always very clear, whistleblowers and things like that. Neptune is very much about, getting lost and sowing the seeds of doubt, misinformation as well is very Neptunian. We get into Thursday, we have Mercury trine Saturn. Okay, Mercury and Saturn can generally work well together because Saturn gives Mercury extra discipline. And he says, right, do all the small stuff, get into the nitty gritty, read all the fine prints, go through precedents, search it out, do the hours. There's a lot of diligence in that trine, but it is cautious as well, and it's because it's meticulous. This is a very meticulous aspect, Mercury trine Saturn. Get into Friday and caution is blown to the wind because Mercury in Virgo squares Jupiter in Sag. It's a rush job. It all has to happen really quick. And as a result, there is poor judgment. The judgment is there's no time. It feels suddenly Jupiter's moving direct and sort of, there's time for nothing. So we're actually, with Mercury square Jupiter, there's that element of losing control as well. Sunday, and then also on Friday we have Sun trine Saturn. Saturn, Capricorn, the view from the graveyard, the bottom line, the buck stops here, term we hear in a lot in the UK, the end game, endings, and all this is very Saturn, Capricorn language. But Sun trine Saturn as well, it's a harmonious, so, the powers that be are trying to work together with Saturn, trying to get, consensus, trying to get everybody moving in the same direction and within the boundaries of what is possible. Saturday we have Venus trine Pluto, which is interesting. On Monday we've got Venus square Jupiter. Then we've got on Wednesday Venus opposite Neptune. So it's good to see Venus trine Pluto because that kind of is a fresh start in some ways. Pluto's always like everything's crashed, everything's trashed. But what's left? Let's pick over the ruins of the relationship. What can we build on? So that's Saturday. But then, okay, we're back into that that mutable T-square then, on Saturday as well. So probably, again, big demonstrations. Mercury opposite Neptune, but also gossip and rumour abounds. And then Sunday we have Sun square Jupiter, where I say the big risk is somebody who's been arrogant, conceited, thought that they are bigger than the law or better than anyone else. Such people this week are really the ones that can act as the lightning conductors and can make these sort of stupendous falls. So yeah, mutable cross coming into play. Really difficult. It's the change of the seasons. Things are not stable. The start of summer, we've got, we're going into a sort of summer period. We're coming out of it. Things are shifting. The mutables are all about, lack of stability, things changing, nothing that you can really rely on. Facts are sort of subject to review. So we have to be prepared. We have to calculate that into our thinking. And I would suggest if you have major decisions to make and you can defer them a bit until the dust has settled, until you can see the lay of the land a bit clearer, then I would say do that. This is a great energy for data gathering, but the big risk as well is that we will not be able to see the wood for the trees at the moment. It's kaleidoscopic, picture is constantly changing, and that's a hard energy if you're trying to pin things down or get things definite or create permanence in some area of life. Okay, that was my look at the week. Thank you for listening. Have a great week. Enjoy. Bye.